Good morning. I'm Epstein with your morning flash update for Friday, the 28th of March, 2025. Just getting on to about 8:12, 8:13 a.m. Central Time. There's a lot of news this morning. Let's start off with the easy stuff, all right? The PCE number came in higher than the market thought. You got to drop down here. The core PCE, which is what the Fed really looks at, up 0.4. The market was expecting up 0.3, and the year over year was 2.8%. The market was looking for 2.7. So that's stronger. What has happened is when you dive into the report, you see that in durable goods, big ticket items, investors pulled forward their spending on them. They're not stupid. They're saying, I don't know what this tariff's going to do, such as you just saw in cars. I'm not waiting. I need that washing machine, a refrigerator. I'm not waiting for these prices to go up elsewhere. As much as you will hear that inflation, the tariffs don't go hand in hand, that's nonsense. It is a tax. It drives prices up. In the end, it may not when you produce more here. When is that? 3 years down the road? 5 years? I don't know. So the investor, the spender, not foolish, all right? You can see how all the numbers fit in here. The other number we're going to get this morning is from the University of Michigan, their final consumer numbers, their sentiment. They're looking for 57.9, the same as in the prelim. But there's two other pieces of news that we've got to take into account now. The European Union, literally in the past 5 minutes, it broke on Bloomberg News, is now making a term sheet for President Trump to look at because they're trying to mitigate the impact of these tariffs. So on that news, you rallied up and just got up near the highs of the day. I'm not saying it's dramatic, but unlike Canada that wants to fight with the president because of politics there most likely, we will see other countries try to figure out what they can do to mitigate. One of them that doesn't want to do that is China. And what China has done is, remember, we were supposed to sign a deal where the ports are going to be sold in the Panama Canal to, I think it's Blackstone, it was one of the groups. That's been put on hold. It was supposed to sign next week. And there's been pressure on China that they are unhappy with this deal. We will see what goes. Doesn't mean the deal's dead, but they're pushing back on it. You're getting a bounce today in the bonds and the notes as we get into the weekend and traders try to figure out what do they do with all this. In the foreign currency market, still down in the Mexican peso. The Canadian dollar, as you can see, up a fraction right here. You came down pretty hard into the Japanese yen, and you're finally getting a little bit of a bounce, but that market's been under tremendous pressure. Remember, next week we get our first acreage numbers in corn, soybeans, cotton. This is going to be very important as to what the planting intentions look like. You've got to pay attention to that. You had a pig crop report yesterday that looked to me friendly in all the different corners of it. Gold market did get up to $31.24. It's off about $18 from there. Silver's 20 cents off the highs. Copper, which really fell hard yesterday, up a little bit. There are a lot of stories in the wires today talking about what I've been talking about, the spread between the London Metal Exchange and the COMEX, and how the markets are completely out of whack with each other, making people that can't afford to do it load up copper, send it to the U.S., deliver on the futures contract, and make the spread and the money. And there is money to be made there, not for the average guy on the street, those in the business, and that's pretty much it. Cotton getting ready also for that report that's coming out, so I'd be paying attention to all these things. Has it been a difficult time for traders? It has. It's difficult to grab hold of things that you don't know what you've got. This is like going into a big FOMC meeting that could set the stage for something very important. Well, tariffs are that. We will find out what they are. While the president smiles and said he's going to be generous, I don't know what that means. All I know is it means higher prices. And we'll see what that turns out to be. We'll see who fights, who doesn't fight, and where these fights all go. So it's going to be an exciting week. You should get yourself ready for that. I'm Ira Epstein. I'll catch up with you over the weekend as we get out our weekend edition where we look at the weekly charts and let's see where that carries us in these markets. You have yourself a great trading day.